All right.
And we are live.
We're live.
Exquisite.
Beautiful, beautiful.
We're
All right.
let it connect.
How y'all doing, YouTube? This is the Real Shit Podcast. I'm Jussie.
This is No Jussie.
And I'm Al.
Indeed. And today we're going to be talking about a very, very similar topic that we talked about in our last segment, because it is also a online app called Temu and their parent company, Pinduoduo.
That's right. Temu and Pinduoduo. We're going to be talking about the recent developments that have happened with Temu. If you guys don't know what Temu is, we can have a little background of that before we get into the meat. But we're mainly going to be talking about a little class action they have against them. And same thing we were talking about in the last video. Data privacy concerns and security of user data.
And surprise, it's a Chinese company.
Of course.
Surprise.
And also, it's also a very popular app, as according to investigator Dorothy Tucker, this app itself has already 50 million people downloading Temu.
Yeah, 50 million.
That's quite the following.
Big portion, dude. In such a quick time, too.
So, let's get into a little bit of a background on Temu.
Tell me about it, No Jussie.
Dude,
what should we know?
I remember seeing really shitty Temu ads on Instagram Reels and shit, and on YouTube Reels.
I've even seen them on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
Even on TikTok.
Obviously on TikTok.
Yeah.
Of course.
There's a connection.
But like I remember seeing them. They would have this terrible English speaking person, and they were like high fidelity sound Lenovo earbuds.
Yeah, they're using big fancy words to confuse us all.
High fidelity sound. Holy shit!
Oh, I don't even know what fidelity sound is, but I'll buy it. It's only $5.
All those ads, the price is way too good to be true for those products.
Unfortunately, as most things are in this world, if it's too good to be true,
it ain't true.
It's not worth it.
It ain't worth it.
Whatever sort of catch is there, it's gonna bite you.
And what I've also noticed recently, what mainly made this app pop out to me is when I saw that they were doing free 99 promotions.
Free 99 promotions. I certainly didn't see that, but
what they do is they sacrifice. They lose with expect to earn more. So they kind of give off a bunch of products
in the hopes that other people
will have that free product and then buy something else with the free product, and it ends up working. It's honestly a good scheme for them. They're making money, but
a good scam, I'd say.
I feel like that's not the only thing Temu's making money off of. Selling things for nothing.
Oh yeah.
You know, that's what'll initially drive us into the conversation of the data they collect, what they use it for, what they do with it, and like we talked about in the last podcast or stream, all of these companies sell data. We've seen TikTok, Meta, Facebook stuff,
Absolutely. Amazon selling your information.
That's US based. So
any sort of information you put into an online app, it is going somewhere. It is being sent off somewhere else. It's
not in good hands all the time.
No, certainly not. Especially when you're using these apps like Pinduoduo. Man, I'm having a real hard time saying it. Pinduoduo, Temu. Pinduoduo is the parent company of Temu, just to clarify that. I believe Pinduoduo was banned in the US, am I wrong?
Taken off the Google App Store.
Taken off the Google App Store. Yeah. No, Jussie, I believe you have some information on that. You mind giving us that?
So, recently they were taken off the Google App Store. That's because they had about... Okay, get ready for this.
Give it to me.
PDD, so the app Pinduoduo requested 89 phone user permissions on your iPhone. 89
permissions.
And you know what's crazy is that these permissions were mainly on Samsung phones, Android phones.
Yes, I heard there was a big sort of app store, especially for the Samsung phones. There was a big loophole that this company was able to exploit in extracting information.
So
bunch of malware, right?
And
malware, thank you.
Like we said last time, you're going to have to agree to the terms and conditions of any company that you're going to use that's an app.
It's a contract agreeing to those to use the app.
Yeah, user terms and conditions,
Right.
So, that's a little crazy. Temu, comparatively, only requests 24 permissions, which isn't as bad, but still there's a lot of permissions you can get away with. You got 24 permissions. That's more than Wi-Fi. That's more than contacts. That's more than Bluetooth.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
You
Still
know,
a lot of permissions.
I actually have a quote here from Kevin Reed, the Chief Information Security Officer at a cybersecurity firm called Archronis. He said that Temu, while not as aggressive as Pinduoduo, is requesting all kinds of permissions, ones that are extremely exploitable, filled with loopholes that are extracting this very, very private data.
That's right. Yeah, because with even such little permission, you can get away with a lot nowadays, you know? You don't really need that. Like, it's like being able to find someone's home info from their license plate.
Yeah, right?
You know?
It's scary.
You got an account, they can find a lot of things.
Everything's connected.
Right. They find a lot of things such as, social media photos, my apologies, your social security number, your birth dates, address, phone numbers.
Are you telling me that from a photo of you, they can extract your social security number?
Collect all your information.
You know, that's a little bit of a far stretch, but it's possible.
I was hoping. I was like, that
I feel like that's a little possible, man. You know what I mean? Like, considering the fact that this opens up to your whole private life and all your private information, how could they not get your social security number?
So,
you know?
Just in case you guys don't know, Temu is a actual. It's like Wish. If you ever heard of Wish.
Yeah, that's the Chinese version of Wish, basically.
It's the worst version.
It's the worst version of Wish. You get things for it's like Alibaba. You know, people buy a bunch of little fidget toys or like, let's say microfiber towels for like 75 cents a pop.
Oh yeah, that's a great
deal. And they
deal.
buy them in bulk. This is what that company is, but they're selling it at smaller quantities for still low prices. So I mean, you know, if anything, you know, it's a little too good to be true. Sometimes.
It's sketchy.
It is sketchy.
Certainly there's definitely got to be a catch to it, and we're telling you now the catch is they're stealing your information.
Yes, they're definitely taking your info. Now, I believe we have some articles to go over too. You know, we got a little bit of meat today.
We've got some evidence for you guys.
We moved away from the computer because that just looked like shit. So we got some fucking papers here today.
Yeah, give us some feedback on what you think about it. We feel a lot more confident in this sort of in this new format that we're going to be using, the paper version. We have some great information here. We've really dissected the meat of it all, and we're bringing you guys the best of the best today.
So, if anything, you guys want to show off your page, we got a couple of pages each of us here. Yeah. We're all taking this a little seriously. We're gonna be spinning some real facts to you guys that we actually took the time to collect and read over ourselves.
I've got a fact here for you guys that I think might blow your socks off.
What?
Did you guys know that 17 days after launch, that's less than 3 weeks, Temu surpassed Instagram, WhatsApp, Snapchat, and Shein on the App Store.
Oh, wow.
Dude, yeah. It was crazy. I was seeing that stuff on the App Store homepage when it first came out.
Less than 3 weeks.
A lot of people are taking the bait, you know?
I always considered getting Temu because of the too good to be true deals. But then I realized, I was like, wait a minute. No.
Something's not right here. It's these are the warning signs you gotta look for, especially in an online format.
Yeah.
There's a lot of sketchy things going on. You just gotta keep a head on your swivel and realize when something's too good to be true.
Like, even their whole motto is too good to be true. You know what the motto is?
I haven't heard it. Please tell me.
Shop like a billionaire.
Shop like a billionaire.
I mean, just keep on buying from us, you know? Like, keep on wasting your money. So,
there's 1,000 billionaires in the world?
Ooh, yeah. They want 50 million people downloaded. They all think they're billionaires, you know?
So, listen. I want to get into the articles now. I'm going to be real with you.
Go for it.
I think it's about that time. I believe Jussie here has some vital info.
Oh, yeah, I got plenty.
So you go right ahead, man. Spit whatever you got to spit.
Obviously, this whole issue is pretty big, pretty viral, as in there's even news networks in Chicago, such as CBS, that have issued warnings against this app and their parent company. Especially, it brought the investigator team. You know, a lot of complaints since its launch 14 months ago. The Better Business Bureau received more than 900 complaints about Temu regarding, various services that hasn't been enacted as a good business should. Such as poor product quality, shipping delays, or just not even getting the item that they bought for at all.
Yeah.
Clearly all, part of the scam that Temu likes to, pretend that it's not doing. We already talked about how they already rob your information, as TikTok has did, private information. It automatically collects data, though, through your phone, tablet, whatever device that you have, your operating system, your browsing history, and, of course, your location data.
Browsing history
they
and location?
Yeah. Obviously, there's going to be people out there that got a lot of dirt in their browsing history. No judgment here, but all I'm saying is you download Temu, they know about it.
You're gonna have a lot on your browsing history. You're gonna have a lot on you.
Or not even something as bad as what some people might be thinking, but something like if you're trying to move, you're looking up new houses in whatever area you're trying to move to. They know that China knows that you're moving.
That's right. You know, even when you look up furniture. I've looked up furniture before. Yep. I go on my Instagram or something. This is with US data too. I go on Instagram. I get like some nice ass tables from Wayfair.com.
Some new couches.
Dude, I mean, like I'm tempted and shit, but
but you realize that there's a scam going on.
I'm just like, you got this from me. I didn't even know. I didn't have time to act on it. What do you guys? Come on, it could have been curiosity,
right?
But they
it's curious. Like all sites do that. Even Google, like they can even listen to your voice through the system, audio. Through your voice, essentially, they will hear what you think, whatever hobbies you want. It'll take that information and post it for you to see.
Absolutely.
But like again, why is Temu so viral? Of course, we already went through the itty bitty information on why it's so scammy and sus. But
and
also
these allegations that are being raised.
A lot of allegations, a lot of complaints from
the U.S. as a matter of fact has accused the Chinese parent company Pinduoduo. Right here I have it. Discount shopping sites of Temu of possible data risks after Chinese sister app Pinduoduo was pulled from the Google's site for malware.
Yeah.
Which, if you guys don't know, is like a virus, basically.
Yeah, right. Malware is anything that can steal or harm your data. So it's things you want to avoid. It's things that you think a goddamn mobile app shouldn't have.
Yeah.
You don't really see mobile viruses too much. But so where did Jordan CBS 9, correct?
Oh, CBS, yeah. CBS 2, the Chicago.
So all right. This is in Chicago, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so you're telling me all of this is happening. This is where the BBB is holding them in Chicago.
Yeah, the Better Business Bureau. It's situated in Chicago. The location doesn't matter. Just the fact that they picked up on this very important topic and they wanted to, spread the truth about Temu. A lot of complaints in that headquarters came from a lot of the what do you call it?
Oh yeah,
doing justice just like us.
Yeah, doing
exposing the truth, bringing the truth to light, and exposing injustice. True heroes.
The American people,
So I'm gonna spit this at you. Did you finish up your points here? You feeling good?
Hey, I'm feeling good. I'm just trying to hear everyone else's
damn
points,
shit. Okay. Listen to this shit. According to law.com, Temu. Okay, this is no just fake news. Temu is in a class action lawsuit for risking U.S. consumer data to Chinese government control. Now, Temu. So this is a privacy class action lawsuit. It's in Illinois. It's in the U.S. District Court of Northern Illinois, and it alleges that Temu failed to disclose to users the collection of their data without consent. You guys know what that means?
Which, in simpler terms, means that this app
they're taking your shit.
Is taking your shit without asking for it,
and you don't even know about it.
Oh yeah, which is the scariest part in my opinion.
That's the worst part because at least some of these apps have the decency to tell you.
Yeah,
they're
like, listen, you want to use our app? There's some things we're gonna need you to do. You might not like them. In this case, they're not even telling you. Yeah, they're like, oh, you got free reign. We ask nothing of you. Just don't look into it. And, and you look into it and you realize that there's some shady shit going on.
So the main problem with this, the problem of them kind of taking data without the U.S. users' consent or knowledge of, we know that their parent company or their sister or parent company, I believe, PDD Holdings has been accused of similar stuff. Well, as we've covered before in the last topics, there is no really private sector in China. Whereas any suspicion by the CCP could kind of instigate a investigation.
Right.
Which makes a lot of room for some loopholes to be jumped through. Just having no private sector within a country, it makes a lot of things.
Makes it easy and accessible for them.
Easy and accessible.
Actually, Temu is owned by PDD Holdings. So
the parent company.
Yeah. PDD Holdings owns Temu, and they are Chinese based.
And PDD Holdings, you mean by Pinduoduo, right?
Pinduoduo.
It's also a fun fact about Pinduoduo is that the reason why Better Business Bureau is basically why they're tripping about this whole issue is specifically because the parent company Pinduoduo is headquartered in Beijing.
No
shit. It's in Beijing.
So obviously they're afraid that, as we were talking about, any criminal activity could harm any of these Temu installers, as such as scammers that could gain access to all their information,
Yeah.
Especially because, sorry, I'm starting, but specifically as they were talking about, as in there's no private sector in China, it's a really great loophole for that to happen. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Especially in China, where it's free reign at this point.
That's right. It's free reign there. It's their own domain. So to kind of stack on top of that, this financial analyst named Siegfried Eggert.
Oh, my lord.
Financial analyst. Cool name. Describes
cool.
Temu as one of the most dangerous apps due to aggressive data collection. So you may have said that already, but I'm sure we've covered how it collects like technical data like names, addresses, numbers.
I mean, with requesting 83 permissions, it's got to be taking everything.
It gets your GPS locations, for example.
What do they need that for?
It can gain access to your biometrics, your Bluetooth, your Wi-Fi.
That's just...
What does an e-commerce website need with your Wi-Fi or your biometrics?
That's real unnecessary.
I'll tell you what they're doing. They're gathering that information and they're selling it. So you can't change your fingerprint. You can't change your retina scan.
That's all.
You can't change your face. These things are permanent, and they have them, they know them, they're exposing them.
Yeah, they are. And it's safe to say that I'm glad that PDD Holdings is getting scrutinized for such practices. However,
good. But
Temu with less evidence to show of said like malpractice is like they're kind of in a gray area. I don't think there's like too much evidence stacked against them. But
so they're still operating with mainly full access.
You can't fully pin a correlation between a Chinese company and their government without looking at the facts. You can't officially.
You're right.
You can't officially.
There's no hard evidence.
There's no hard evidence.
Because this is America, proven until innocent until proven guilty. And for the time being, they have remained not proven guilty. Yeah. So they're going to keep getting away with the shit that they're trying to pull.
Right. And speaking of that, they're actually moving Temu is trying to distance themselves from Chinese roots by moving to operations like Boston.
Oh, really?
Located in Boston, located in Ireland too. So they're trying to distance themselves from like the whole name and association with China, but they can't.
Yeah, you think they're distancing?
Because it's the
they got companies attached. They got the name Temu. That doesn't sound too American, does it?
No, not at all.
You think it's distancing, or do you think it's just trying to
relocating?
Yeah, relocating into
sort of like a facade. It's like, hey, we're moving away from China.
You
don't got to worry us about
it's all pinduoduo's fault. It's all the PDD Holdings. We're innocent. We just want to work with y'all. You really think it's about that?
That's right.
Because think about it like this. Remember in our last segment, talking about how Mr. Chu, the CEO of TikTok, at least he had the guts to go with Congress into the meeting to at least, hear and get chewed out by the U.S. Congress.
Mr. Chu, and y'all were shitting on me for defending
Mr. But listen, the reason why it's different now is because my eyes were open. Because the whole innocent until proven guilty aspect, sure, that's a good method. But the whole point here, why in Chicago, the BBB in Chicago is tripping and why it's such a big deal is because there was no response from Temu about all these allegations at all. Yeah. They have heard nothing from this company. Unlike TikTok, that, at least they weren't, they're deflecting, but at least they tried. You know what I mean?
I mean, do we really expect any less?
Yeah, I would expect...
Temu's customer service aspect, they didn't respond. Yeah. You were saying there were 900 complaints about Temu.
1,900 complaints.
You call customer service, no one answers.
Yeah.
There's no one there.
That's now it's gone bigger.
You give them money, they ship you something, whatever they have. So they're like, oh well, I hope you like it.
Yeah, you'd think they wouldn't respond to the customers. That's expected, but they don't even respond to big media companies.
You're damn right they're not going to respond to the United States government.
Yeah, but you know who they are going to respond to?
Tell me.
The Chinese government. You want to know why?
Of course.
PDD Holdings, Temu's parent company, is publicly traded and has subsidiaries primarily in China, subjecting it to Chinese regulations. Therefore, when they say that your data is safe from China, that's bullshit, because the regulations allow for China to activate an investigation anytime on whatever grounds they fucking have, because it's their own government.
Yeah, that's Chinese law. The government can look into whatever they want to.
Facade, that's what they have going on. And U.S. and China economists and security revision commissions, they also warn about, well, of course they warn about cybersecurity, but Temu can collect metadata and build profiles for targeted advertising. I don't doubt the legitimacy that it's used for targeted advertising. That's one thing they're good at, even though their ads are shit. They're brain magnets. It's kind of fucked up. But these, they're okay. It's basically, they're saying it's used for targeted advertising. It could be used for a lot more when you use someone's metadata to create a public profile on them, a public ID on them. That's something that you don't want the internet to kind of develop into. You don't want to be ID'd all the time. You want to be behind your little screen and anonymous.
Yeah, privacy, have your own rights.
Kevin Reed, the Chief Information Security Officer that I mentioned before at the Cybersecurity Center, Arcronis, I quoted that, well, not Temu specifically, but its parent company, Pinduoduo.
Yeah.
Pinduoduo. Without any evidence, through his own analysis, said that the company is taking your information, much more aggressive in collecting users' information, and obviously sending it back to the company. Well, there's no evidence in there. He's an analyst. He's seen this before. He knows what he's talking about.
He's experienced in this.
In this field, and
right.
if he can obviously tell that your data is being sent back to the company, and that company is under Chinese rule, right. China has the power to look into whatever they want, whenever they want. They know.
They most certainly would do that. Yeah.
And obviously, they're not going to publicize it.
Yeah.
China's not going to be like, hey, United States, we're going to look into Temu. We heard you guys don't really like it.
Yeah, that's right.
We'll take a look at it for you.
Do you want to know why China's not going to look into Temu? It's hard.
Tell me.
China themselves, so basically this malware that's in these apps basically is targeted to the phones that are primarily sold in China. You see Samsung phones a lot more than you see iPhones in China. That's because Samsung has their grip on China's economy. Their little phone buying area. Basically, these viruses, this malware is adapted to Android phones, which basically targets people with Android phones, and that's everyone in China. Yeah. What's your WeChat, bro? Let me get you on.
A lot of Android phones.
I'm like, so. Listen, this was by someone named Thanos.
Damn.
So this might be a Reddit post. This is what you're telling me.
This is not a Reddit post. It's from CNBC.
Oh, okay.
It's an actual guy.
Thanos is working at CNBC, man.
Okay. So PDD. So after they basically analyzed, and it showed to them that Chinese malware is primarily targeting Chinese users. PDD Holdings they didn't immediately respond to CNBC's request for info. They had to take their time and weigh their baskets.
Oh yeah, I mean I'm sure they were just going through files, taking out the suspicious stuff.
Yeah, cherry picking it all.
They're like, ooh, that doesn't look good. We'll just
let's get rid of that.
Shred that. No one's got to see that.
So
hiding their tracks.
It's pretty it's pretty badass, but it's pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
It's kind of badass.
They know what they're doing, but we're not applauding it. But
I'm not one to root for the other side, but you guys have seen me here.
Oh yeah.
Some of the shit they're doing is kind of badass.
Playing devil's advocate,
So even the same case with ByteDance. ByteDance is facing the same kind of scrutiny. It's obvious why Temu's facing it. Temu, I feel like, is a little more malicious with data collecting.
Yeah, I think this one's a lot more aggressive.
Are we comparing Temu to TikTok?
A little bit. Yeah, just in terms of data collection.
All right, I'll agree that TikTok doesn't, or Temu isn't as aggressive as TikTok. That's what you're saying, right?
I said Temu. I said TikTok may not be aggressive as Temu.
Yeah.
No, I agree with that.
Yeah, because you're right. The fact that they can get taken off an app store. That it says something,
that's never happened to TikTok. There's no malware.
TikTok's
you're right. Well, I believe it's probably because Temu's an e-commerce site.
Yeah.
No one's what are people putting on there that's so private? TikTok, people are posting their lives. You can go through someone's TikTok page and learn everything about them. We're talking about Temu where you buy and sell things. I don't even know if you can sell.
Yeah.
But that's why they have to be so much more aggressive. Is because and sneaky about it, because who's putting super important? No one's putting their social on.
Yeah, you're trying to cater to
on Temu.
Right.
So basically, from a national security standpoint, making user profiles with all this data is just gonna lead to a bunch of bullshit metrics and optics that'll be used against us one day. You know, I don't want to be ID'd when I'm online. I don't want an app fully knowing who I am.
No.
That's my privacy.
Certainly don't want the Communist Party to learn who we are.
I certainly don't want that either.
That's even worse. And
yeah,
that's what's
where
happening.
we live, you know, that's pretty...
Listen, 50 million downloads, it's a big amount. It's a big number. That's a lot of Americans that the Chinese Communist Party knows and gathered information on. Like, you think about it, this could... I don't know what their agenda is with this, but in the future, this is very bad. This is like an infringement against U.S. sovereignty.
Yeah.
This is... this is a national security issue.
Because they're relying on U.S. customers to download and use their Chinese app that they can deliver shit and buy shit with.
Yeah, quote unquote deliver.
Quote unquote deliver and buy. I think they're not just in the delivering. They're not in the e-commerce space. They're in the data commerce space. Mm-hmm. They're data gatherers. They're gonna sell their data, and I don't think they're just selling products here. So it's speculative for sure. But with prices that low, selling things at a loss, that's ridiculous. Real big companies don't really do that unless there is a for sure analyzed pathway.
I think you can compare it to Amazon. Obviously not in terms of size, sort of a following.
Amazon doesn't do that. Amazon doesn't have free stuff like that. Maybe they have Amazon points.
Yeah,
that's what you earn.
Yeah, you can gain points, and it's also not shady.
Yeah, no, it's like
things are cheap, but they make sense.
Yeah,
even Chick-fil-A has points. You know,
it's a business.
I guarantee if Temu was using a point system based on how many orders you get, rather than just giving you free shit.
I think even Wish had a point system.
Giving new users free shit. That's a lot less sketch and a lot more of like a practical.
It's a good business practice, you know?
Are you saying that they should give new users free shit?
No, I'm saying that they shouldn't.
That's sketchy.
Them giving users free shit off the bat's fucked up.
Their advertisements is literally saying you get $0, you know?
If you when you joined, you got $5 to spend that they would give you.
On Wish, right?
No, on Temu. That wouldn't be that sketchy to me.
No, that's not.
Like, I can understand. I can get behind that.
But
the fact that you can continue to get free stuff.
You will always be
basically what their whole message is. They're saying that why go to these other e-commerce sites when you can get it for free on Temu? Right? If you saw ads, there's a lot of ads on Snapchat about Temu that I've been witnessing, talking about actual
Snapchat ads. Really, I have not been on Snapchat ads.
But they've been advertising a lot of products such as neck massagers or bikes or
Actually, no, you're wrong. I have seen that.
Yeah, you see,
but
it's
the neck massager.
Power tools. Have you seen the power
they're
tools?
saying they're saying that's all free. You can get it for free. That is, I understand if it's something that's worth less than $5, things like that.
Yeah.
But a massager that's
probably could go for $60.
$60 for free.
A drop shipper could just
free. That is sketch. I don't need to install this to know that is sus.
You know what I guarantee?
You know what I mean?
That product is made by a Chinese company, and that product requests access to your Bluetooth, your Wi-Fi, your local.
It's got a little microphone in it. It listens to you.
Oh, you can send calls through this.
Just let it access. Just give it your social security.
It's $0. It's for free.
Fucking tracks
What's a better price than free?
What's so suspicious about free?
Dude, it's free $99.
Just give us your information, and you'll get it. You'll get it for free.
So what's honestly safe to say is that there's a lot of other shit that's at play here. With data risks like these, and did we even compare Temu to Shane? You guys know about Shane, right?
Shane.
Could you elaborate?
Sheen.
Oh, Sheen.
Sheen, whatever.
Yeah.
But they also rely on U.S. consumers.
I do believe I have some a quote in here too about Sheen.
You can compare Sheen and Temu because I feel like Sheen is also low key in the data market.
But do you think they're the more legit site?
Dude, well, Sheen has a more proven track record, but there are rumors that people have had their credit card info leaked and stuff and data.
Oh wow!
From Sheen,
they get more scammers on their line, for example.
Damn.
Phone numbers. They're gonna sell your phone numbers. First thing they're gonna sell.
Oh yeah. You're gonna get telemarketers. You're gonna get texts.
I hate that.
That is annoying.
That's why you guys should download Norton Security. It's the best. This is not sponsored, but I would love a sponsor from Norton Security. Norton. If you download Norton, you will not get scammed. You'll be all good. VPN.
Thank you, Norton.
Thank you.
Sponsor us.
Always keeps me safe.
Oh yeah.
With Amazon Web Service. It's fucking connected to Amazon. It's a bigger boy than PDD, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
I think we covered a lot of points here, though.
Yeah, I think we really cut into the meat of it all. I think we did a great job of really explaining to you guys the dangers of this, how it's a scam, how you shouldn't trust it. It's a Chinese app that's stealing your information, giving it to the government.
Yep.
Just something to look out for, to be aware of. Spread the word. Any more questions, concerns? We'll make another segment on this for sure.
Yeah, we're gonna be on Rumble talk.
I really enjoyed this. I had a lot of fun doing this.
We're gonna pull up some more nitty gritty facts. We're gonna link it more to.
We got plenty of information to talk about.
But there's only so much you can link, with these companies, because there are articles and there are reports on them, but there's not like actual
the hard-hitting evidence,
like government documents all the time. Those just don't exist all the time.
But please do your own research.
Right.
We encourage you guys to look up whatever you want. There's quite a few. We found quite a few sources just within a few minutes.
There's a lot you can find.
We trust that you can find your own sources, but we would like you guys to trust us with the information we're providing you today.
Right.
Because this is researched. We weren't lacking on this one.
I don't think that's a surprise to any of them.
Listen.
Yeah,
all I'm saying is
we do best.
I feel a little more professional with a piece of paper.
Yeah, you guys tell us. We're really enjoying this paper thing.
Thanks for thank you. There was one specific viewer that mentioned that we should ditch the laptop. And I want to thank them for that, because they were like, ditch the laptop. Move your seats, move it facing like that.
Thank you.
I was like, what?
Criticism, that's good.
Please, guys, give us feedback on what you think.
Keep on
any suggestions, comments, whatever you want. Let us know.
We're open to discussion for sure.
You guys build us. Everything we do is for you, so we want to make it as enjoyable as possible.
We love you guys.
We really do.
But I think that'll wrap it up for today, if I'm not mistaken.
Part one's over.
I think that's about it. Final closing arguments.
Y'all got a final message about Temu and Pinduoduo?
Bro, let me find some bullshit that I can say real quick. It's
not
not bullshit. It's real shit. Because this is the real shit.
Oh yeah, because this is the real shit.
Yeah, as you can all see, from our past segments on TikTok,
I stole that.
They all have a very, very big correlation between all of these platforms that you can find on the internet, and the fact that the internet itself is such a gray area and there's a lot of loopholes that can happen. The answer is there that the Communist Party is taking advantage a lot on these sites and using TikTok, Temu, Pinduoduo, whichever it may be, to scam, steal information of U.S. citizens for their own gain, and to basically take down the U.S. and their national security. I just believe that's a very good message to.
What a way to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just make sure you look at something if it looks too good to be true, because to be honest, it may just be too good to be true.
Just walk away. Just close the site. Delete the app.
It seems sus,
you may get the product that you ordered, but at what cost?
But the company got something a lot more valuable.
Yeah, they got a lot more.
Trust me.
Value off.
Trust me.
Yeah.
I think that's about it. You guys want to do your shit?
Sign us off. No Jussie.
This is No Jussie.
I'm El.
And this is Jussie. And of course, Jussie out. Oh yeah.
Just wait. It's lagging.
No problemo.
Boys, this was great.